Hi everyone, welcome back to my video. So today I'll be going through Maris Stella P5 Science paper WA2 question number 10. This question is on heat, particularly on heat transfer. Okay, so one key concept in heat transfer is that heat will always flow or conduct from a hotter or object with a higher temperature to an object with a cooler or lower temperature until both of them reach the same temperature. Then heat will not flow between the object anymore. So it's always hotter, okay, to cooler. Okay, so hotter object transfer heat to a cooler object in this way. It will never be the other way around. So let's go into the question. So we are pour a drink into the cup, place a metal spoon in it. The table below shows the temperature of the metal spoon at the start and 5 minutes later. Then they ask you what is the temperature of the drink in the cup at the start of the experiment and the direction of heat flow. So then they give you 60, which is higher than 30, and 15, which is lower than 30. Okay, so you are being asked to make a few choices. So there's actually two parts, okay, to this question. So let's go through this part first. The evidence that has been given to us. 30 become 22. The metal spoon, the temperature of the metal spoon, right? The temperature decreases. So what does it mean? It means that the metal spoon lost heat. Okay, the metal spoon lost heat. So if I were to do this in this case, right, the spoon, okay, and the drink, right. So you can see that the spoon, right, lost heat to the drinks, lost heat to the drinks. Okay, so the drinks must have gained heat from, okay, gain heat from the metal spoon, and then probably the temperature is gonna increase. So that means, right, the heat flow is from where to where? The heat flow, right, this gives us evidence the heat, right, is going from the spoon to the drinks. Okay, the spoon to the drinks, because the drinks gain heat from the spoon, right? So it must tells you that the spoon must be higher temperature. Then it can gain heat from the spoon. If the spoon is at a lower temperature, then the spoon would have gained heat from the drinks. Okay, so you can see that this arrow in this case it represents gain heat from. So the spoon higher temperature, it's transferring heat to a drink of a lower temperature. So drink lower temperature. So in this case, if the spoon is 30, right, the drinks must be lower than 30 for the heat to be able to transfer to the drinks. So that means in this case, right, it probably means that the drinks, right, should be at 15 degrees. Okay, and then heat flow, the direction of heat flow is always from higher to lower, right? So if the spoon is 30, the drinks must be in this case lower, which is 15, as we have choose, right? Then this should be the correct option. So it must be spoon to the drink, spoon to drinks. Okay, so answer naturally, drink to spoon or spoon to drink, naturally answer is number 4. 4 is correct. And if you think about it very logically, okay, if you have a hot drink, then you place the spoon inside, you use your hand to touch this, right, you will feel hot, right? Then if this is a cold drinks, okay, and your hand go and touch it, you will feel cold. Okay, so in this case, right, when you're doing this question, right, you can think about it in a very logical way. Okay, you put the metal spoon, right, the metal spoon, the temperature become lower, and you probably, when you touch it, it's colder, the metal spoon, it must tells you that the drink must be way colder. And then in this case, right, although colder is very subjective term, right, you can kind of use this as a gauge which one is the correct answer. So with that, we are more or less done with this question. Thank you very much.